basically view is the wrong view on the causalities. And if someone's misunderstand causalities and the action of the cause and effect has not really functioning. And then is particularly their view of the eternalism, nihilism. There's like two kind of, according to the view that action cause to karmic effect, positive action bring no benefit, and the negative actions no harm. Like worst wrong view. Like they have like this. And then is the how it is occurring, and this multiply, or it is like varieties of the phenomena and arousing and disappearing and coming and going. And they are such a kind of the cause, very much functionality, and also such affect result. It's very much totally 100% good or bad, depends the cause. And there is something, this kind of cause and conditions are coming together, and there is a result, then it's good or bad, it's a very inevitable. And that is like causality is like this. And then is, of course, both samsara and nirvana arises from the cause of the positive, cause of the negative. And that is the superiors, the peerless teacher of the Buddha, who taught what those causes are. And like the cause of the samsara, the cause of the nirvana, how it is arise from the cause. And when we follow and his teachings, what he gave to us, this message, generally speaking, they are the universal ground of the ultimate nature of the all phenomena, is not kind of the beyond the absolute truth. The absolute truth or absolute expanse. And in this perspective, there are the occurring, the both samsara and nirvana. And but the absolute truth or absolute expanse itself is universal. It is not fixated into the samsara or side of the nirvana, very much open, tolerant, and universal. And when he is telling to about that, from that, or itself, And there is such different perspective. And of course, the understanding. But we says, peerless teacher, extraordinary human being, which is called the Buddha. He realized this, the truth of the nature. We call the absolute truth. The truth of the expanse. And we call the ultimate great perfections. It is flawless truth. Why you say the flawless truth? Because it is go beyond the eternalism, go beyond the nihilism, go beyond the samsara, go beyond the nirvana. And that in which phenomena dwell. Arise all the cause of the samsara, cause of nirvana. Arise from that, abiding in that, dissolve into that. Both samsara and nirvana are not different than that flawless truth. Therefore, it says, all phenomena in this flawless truth. Therefore, we say, all the phenomena dwell. Same as the last Longchenpa's quotation, sometimes you look at miraculous discipline of the four elements in the space. Space is element, four element. Four element is space. But space is not different from four element. Four element is not different from space. But space is, there's nothing you can to say the miraculous discipline. But four element has such different discipline or movement. But those four elements occurring, arising, living in the space. The miracle discipline of the four elements is dirty or clean, pure or impure. It doesn't matter. The flawless truth of the space never changed. Nothing can do to do these four elements. Element itself is not different than the flawless truth of the sky. Sky is not different for element. But that sky, it means is nature of the four element. Each individual, the single of the element itself has the flawless truth, nature sky. The ultimate nature, that is our peerless teacher. He realized it. He meditated on that. Finally, he reached in this achievement or discovered or realized it. Afterwards, he proclaimed about this Because when he reach in this state, he has such a kind of, from that, has wisdoms. The wisdom of the understanding, wisdom of the flowless truth, space, and also understander wisdom, which is multitude, discipline, movement of four elements. That is the, he realized, which is the true nature, phenomena, absolute truth, is a self. And that is generally when he spoke to us. I discovered. What do you discover? The flawless truth. Living place of both samsara and nirvana. Absence of cause and condition. There are such horrible hole of the samsara, no existence. But this kind of such object or the subject, he realized it. That when he realized it, that he knows, and that subject matter to give to us, you should to know about that. That is your knowledge, that is your subject in order to study. Here is, in this state, in this flawless truth, dwell both samsara and nirvana. These three aspects of based condition, based reality, which is to be the known. From that miraculous discipline of the true aspect, samsara and nirvana, principally, resumingly, these three things are we should to need to study. And one is like a peerless teacher, Buddha. He realized the flawless truth of the natural, and then everything is of the movement, samsara, nirvanas. It's clearly reflect on the mirror of the wisdom of the suchness and manyness. And everything is like in his hand. Nothing there is kind of the obscuration or mysterious or something is indirect. And from this single omniscient wisdom, the wisdom of the omniscient, this unification of the true wisdoms, suchness and manyness. Of course, there are classification wisdoms of the five wisdoms. Each individual aspect has functionalities. And according to that, the omniscient mind, or your nature of the mind, your principal mind is inconceivable. There's nothing error, nothing kind of the problems, whatever you need to receive, yellow, green, red, any kind of colors, all the knowledge of the everything you can be know, because your wisdom is the nature of the realities wisdoms, the omniscient wisdoms, or the your Ripa awareness wisdoms, has known the everything. That the important wisdom and truly important and enlightened of the Tathangatas realized that. We also searching for that in our mind. Also this fullest truth we call the, which is the primordial wisdom, your nature of the realities, nature space, openness, expanse. That is, we are searching, want to realize it. If we to realize it or to understand that, we are the most happy, understanding mind, everything. There is one quotations. It is saying that everything is a single one. Peacock, billion feathers. As cause that are the distinct of the different kind of style or the shape or the color, to know this is to be only in the omniscient. Once we realize that our own flawless truth, true nature, our mind is become that. We do not need to abandon samsara. We do not need to assert nirvana. Our mind is become very much tolerant, both samsara and nirvana. Our mind is very much knowledgeable, understanding both samsara and nirvana. And that one is, if we are kind of the talking, maybe nice. Why nice? Maybe someone's interest, enthusiastic. Normally we need to talk more the qualities of enlightened wisdom, how it is go beyond the eternalism, the view of the eternalism, the view of the nihilist. And one is the Buddha. he's discovered that, then it's like basically he taught Four Noble Truths. Of course, in the samsaric perspective, suffering, the cause of the sufferings, it's connected to the samsaras. How we can to make cease, interrupt, or scat of this process, the process of the suffering, the process of the cause of the sufferings. Then we are learning more through the path. In the path, we need to clarify different approaches, the view. The meaning of the views, view for phenomena. How you perceived phenomena and your viewpoint of the view or view. Do you think phenomena are eternalism or nihilist? How it is, and permanent or impermanent, emptiness or not emptiness. And that is we need to think. But in the relative perspective, all the phenomena are very much depends the cause. Because everything is arise from the cause. And then it's like a later result. Maybe now I need to stop to the result. That means it's like someone's result sufferings. Yesterday there's questions. Someone good practitioner of Dharma, but all the time is problems. Maybe this problem is not come from Dharma. Maybe this problem is come from the, not maybe presently. Maybe this problem is come from the past life. We already talking about causalities. You done some negative actions on the past. Of course, result continue. But presently, you follow, practice Dharma, genuine Buddha's teachings, because you are correcting, you are purifying. Not easy immediately. Whatever we do, result immediately not. And today you recite, tomorrow you become enlightenment. I'm not sure. Why? Because you have such doubt, lack of faith, devotion, understanding of the knowledge of Dharma. Inside, full of this kind of, you mostly to recite a few words, then you need to become enlightened man. That is, we are a little bit wrong. But positive things, doing good for the next step, maybe slowly. When we do the positive things what? Like 6 paramitas, like compassion, like 10 positive, like to stop the 10 negatives. That is the Dharma. You practice that, maybe result tomorrow, maybe next month, next week, next year, next life. Immediately to come in is very difficult. And like this, now in the specifically when we follow up the peerless teacher of Buddha, we need to concern the cause of the affect, cause. When we create cause, already affect, then the affect, the result to immediately want to change is very, very difficult. We are disease or make the cease to stop the cause of the sufferings. The most others' tradition, others' perspective, all the times they try to result how we can to stop. For example, when you eat poison, and this poison is permeated in our body, then we are pain. But maybe if you only to eat the painkillers, not to pain, but you are not to pain, but the cause of the pain is all the times in the body. But if you summon doctors to find that really the cause of the pain, poisons, you take medicine for antidote poison, immediately pain doesn't go away. But slowly the antidote medicine goes the poison to clarify it. Maybe pain is automatically disappeared. Like this, when we follow the peerless teachers, teacher of the Buddhas, all the time is concerning the cause. And when we are like kind of sees the cause, to eradicate the cause, and then there's no any more result of the sufferings. We need to create more cause of the happiness, particularly cause of the result in the enlightenment. And therefore, we are first checking nihilistic and eternalism. According to the view that actions cause to karmic effect, positive action bring no benefit, and negative actions no harms it. More like kind of the nihilistic way. Only everything depends externally. When we without analyze, when we put seed in the ground, then is the receive fertilize conditions. Then the seed is grow up. Most beings think they grow up because of the conditions. Maybe condition is a condition, but really to grow up and this seed itself. And like this, when we have something in order to develop, in order to like kind of something, we need to check more seed. And therefore, positive and negatives. As a cause longer, the cause maybe is created in the long times. Then is one by one, is like kind of maturation in the life. And this perspective, if you think positive and negative is no functionality, it's completely wrong view. And maybe we can more continue to searching about the eternalism and nihilism. The view of the eternalism and nihilism included all the different views of the third teachers. Third teacher is, there's 5 third teachers. It's we call the 5 class of the third teachers, principal third teachers. And according to these 5 class of the third teacher, then there are the divided many, which is although they can be divided into 364th view. Explanation is in the bronze Brahmajas. Brahmajala Sutta. I mean, it's like in the Sutta, and particularly if you want to look, this deviation is the Longchenpa's book. And the precious treasure of in the 7 the treasures of Longchenpa's. They are like kind of the 364th views giving explanation. And also there is wrong views, 62 wrong views. This sort of summed up into the two categories of the eternalism and nihilism. Basically, these 360 or 62 wrong views. If we make the resume into the two eternalism and nihilism. Now we more detail about the eternalism. Eternalists believe in the permanent self. Permanent self we can to say there is the self permanent. Different perspectives. Self-permanent, the permanent of self, permanent self. That means I am permanent. Or principle something is permanent. I am, there's something permanent, but of course my body, verb, faculties, and perceptions, appearances are impermanent. But there is something permanent. What is the permanent? Maybe my mind, maybe my soul, maybe something. Also permanent self. Maybe it is like kind of the owner of this universal. Itself is the permanent. From me, the owner of this universe, to say, from me, there is such phenomena, varieties of the phenomena, samsara, nirvana. But I am owner. It's kind of the doer. Myself is the permanent. And in the Buddhist perspective, difficult to discover there's something unique, permanent things. And also external existence, creator of the universal. Like a God, sorry. It's difficult to find. Automatically question is coming. God created phenomena. Who created God? God is the permanent. Permanent, the creator said. Creator is universal, permanent. The permanents cannot do nothing. Permanent things, if they are permanent, the permanent is become the paralyze of the permanent. Become like the move, no permanent, impermanent. The permanent perspective, there's no doer, there's no action, there's no result. Permanence cannot do nothing because permanent. And then is you cannot to say existent creator of the universe. It's permanent. You cannot say. What do you mean? And also there is existence. Creator of the universal. Or man or woman. And this person or this universal creator has a power or strength. Why these owners don't make liberation, present sentient beings? Why this created the samsaras? Why you create this kind of ugly destination? Destroy it. If you not no compassion, why we follow? This kind of difficult to accept. But someone's to have like this. Believe there's something is permanently creating something, such as Ishvara or the Vishnu. Vishnu is the Rahulas, something. And Vishnu and Ishvara is the Hindu tradition. They are universal creator. And for these two deities, Ishvara or the Vishnu, it's like a kind of the creator of universal. These two they think it is the permanent. Then you call the eternalism. This Ishvara, Vishnu, it's you pray, sacrifice, offerings, they help to you, and after you are going to eat by this Nishvara and you are shocked, yes? You are the not Ishvara. You are not the Vishnu. and Vishnu. And then you are conscious from that. Afterwards, you dissolved into that, or you become the slave of these two persons. What is for your valuable? You pray, sacrifice, to practice ascetic way. What is your purpose, the goal, the consequence? There are questions. I want to follow eternalism. You say self, person, self. Some person or self is permanent. Maybe Ishvara, maybe Vishnu. Okay. Ishvara's created me. I am impermanent. Ishvara is the permanent. How is the different me and Ishvara? And Ishvara is permanently to created. Me. And then is myself. I have sometimes suffering, sometimes happy. Why to receive this kind of situation? If Ishvara's created, only I should be all the times be happy. But when I says, Ishvara, can you give me happiness? If I'm doing nothing, I choose to go in the corner of the cave, corner of the house, to say Ishvara. Can I survive? Doing nothing. I'm not sure. And then if there is where it is. And when I'm suffering, I want to quickly get rid of that. And immediately, Ishvara, I can sacrifice you. Can you take away? Not? What can I do? Make joke. But there are many kind of different perspectives. Eternalism, very difficult to believe something. Permanent things, that's all. And also it is, what I may say is, may you think, Ishvara, Vishnu, creation of the universal. It's like same as you say the Buddha nature. Maybe you also say Buddha nature is created. Yes, but different approach. This doer is existent in the externally, not in my mind. My creator is exist in my mind. That is my true nature of the realities. Your happiness, sorrow is totally depends externally. Sorrow depends in my mind. I say each individual phenomenon has the true natures. You're not talking about permanence, not talking about impermanent or nihilistic. You have your own true nature reality, my own true nature reality. My own true natures eat it, my body, verb. all the contaminate things eaten by my natures. I would to say it's a good eater. I myself is become my own true nature. That means I have big self, the identity. I am a Buddha. I'm not disappeared. You believe something externally. When you become enlightened, means you dissolved externally permanent things. You make more powerful externally existent things, or you make delicious to externally existent things, or to make happy. And externally someone's eat at you, the eater itself pleased or not. But how you can to have some experience or self-identities. There's no self-entities. Therefore, different. And maybe when you are followed externally to believe the Ishvara or the Vishvaras, universes, externally, maybe temporarily, I'm not sure. But in the Buddha's teaching is go beyond that. Buddha's talking about fulness to nature, your own true nature. Nature of the realities not existent externally. Sometimes this true nature of the reality says, I am creator. I created you. I am the most great mother of the universal. I make rebirth all the samsara, nirvana. Therefore, we call the mother of the Pajina Paramita. And sometimes you say, I'm a great channel ground. All the Buddha and Bodhisattvas died into this channel ground. I'm a creation of the samsara nirvana. I am like kind of the base of the samsara nirvana. I'm an eater of the samsara nirvana. Maybe may you think, consider as that is the external existence. No, wrong. You need to concern. And also this kind of teachings very much secret. Better don't teach. But you understand that sayer is of the I am, is the your fullness to nature of the realities. Fullness to nature of expanse. Everything is arise, everything about there, dissolve into there. And therefore, something externally existence, the eternalism way is difficult. Of course, nihilistic way believe that all things just arise by themselves, and there are no past or future life, no karma, no liberation, no freedoms. This sort of proclaim, this sort of information, this sort of propaganda, very much relevant for the normal people, critical persons. And that's true. Maybe there is, everything is like arise natural themselves. Yes, naturally arrive themselves. But when arrive, everything is from themselves. Themselves itself is good. Everything is good. themselves itself is bad. Everything's bad, yes? This is also causalities. Why you say it's like a nihilistic way to say there's no past, no future, life, no karma, no liberation, no freedoms. When I'm sick, and naturally, or maybe, and then is also this sickness is naturally disappeared? No, I need to take antidote, medicines, to stop, prevent, in order to prevent. And like this, and there is liberation, there is the freedoms, there is the causalities. But some in the perspective, they think there's no liberation, no freedoms. Sumo thinks liberation. For example, yesterday, you have so much suffering. Maybe angry, hated, headache, diarrhea, something, so on, so on. And also this morning, something. But certainly right now, you receive wonderful things. Your hatred, anger is gone. Your diary is completely become quiet. Medicine stopped. Everything's fantastic. That moment, you are freedom from these anxieties. It is a freedom or not freedom? You can call the freedom or not. Recover. Is you can say liberation or not? We can take example prisoners. Someone's made such bad criminals. Maybe bank rob, maybe did some burglar, robber, murder, awful things. Of course, went to in the jail. Certainly sufferings. But some in the perspective, maybe someone's help, took out from this prisoner. And then you are liberated. You call the liberation from that. At the moment, we are in the prisoner of the samsara. All the awful of the police, guardians of the Yamantaka's henchmen, beating, torch, cutting to us. Very much. We have sufferings. Suffering was the birth, old age, sickness, death, so on. And now through the maybe practice Dharma, if we free from that, we are freedom, liberation. And like this, liberation we can take sumo. When you are hungry, you eat food, you are free from the hungry. When you are thirsty, you take water, you free from the thirsty. Therefore, nihilistic way, saying there is no past, no future. If no past, there is no present. If there is no present, no future. If there is present, absolutely there is existent past. If there is present, surely futures. But very stupid way, they believe that. And it says is the doctrine of the black Ishvara, Ishvara Shunasi, and Ishvara's teachings. The rising of the sun, the downhill flow of the water, the roundness of the pier, the bursting length and sharpness of tone. The beauty of the iridescent, iridescent, eyes of peacock's tail. No one created them. They all just naturally come to be. This they state like this. Look, say, sun is in the morning arising from the east mountain. Sunset in the western mountains. Who is pushing? It's naturally. On the valley, water is automatically going down, fully of the water. Who is pushed? And also the roundness, very much the pills. Who did? Who made? When I grew up, automatically. The bracelet in the length. And the sharpness of the thrones. This kind of who it did, nobody's, it's naturally occurring that. And also look at the beauty of the iridescent eyes of the peacock tail. Who painted? It's naturally occurring. No one's created them. They will just naturally came to be. Of course, many human beings believe that. They argue that when the sun arises in the east, no one is there to make it rising, bring, It's naturally itself is occurring. When a river flows downhill, nobody is driving. It's downward itself. No one's rolled it out pier to make them also round. Of sharpness all the long and bristling point of the tone, and also the beautiful multicolored eyes on the peacock tail, not painted by anyone. All these things just are so by their own natures occurring. And this kind of we should to taking care. It's a wrong view, nihilistic. And we can to look sun. There are cause and conditions. And there's some movements occurring. Of course, it's natured, but there's cause and conditions. Water is flowing through the valley. Of course, nobody's push, but also it needs cause and conditions. Sharp of the throne, the length of throne, and also it is natured, but itself has need cause and conditions. Even the beautiful multicolored eyes on the peacock tails, and there is the seed cause, Peacock eat more poison like kind of food, and then this tail is more colorful. It's never unnaturally occurring. There is some cause. Without cause, no existence. All this kind of, you argue, you say it's naturally occurring. You own your own idea way to say it's like this. But maybe it is not proof, it is not logical. And also you say, so it is with everything in this world, whether pleasant or unpleasant, good or bad, all phenomena just arise spontaneously. And maybe you can say, there is no past karma, there are no previous life, no future life. And when you are talking like this, maybe we consider the text of the such doctrine too. Also, I myself, difficult to believe that. So follow them. Maybe you can't mistakenly follow. Maybe you made me big mistake. And lots of us, okay? Sleeping. Okay, questions, do you have or not? You can slowly. Sorry. Do you have or not? Yeah. A little provoke me. I will eat the strawberry. Okay? Question mark.
You. Ali says, Ripuchala talked about the non-belief in karma. You said that when we eat and drink, it's karma because we believe it quench our thirst and satiate our hunger. But when we eat or drink and it quenches our thirst and satiates our hunger, make the experience directly of it.
Some causality, have you heard immediate retribution? Maybe that is your food to make immediate. But also is when you eat, I'm eating. It's take away the hunger, it need to go through this, There's a process. Then going arrive here is also maybe few minutes. Then it's a message sending to me, oh, now you are not hungry anymore. There is also process. Cause and effect. Absolutely, yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Nara Zai says, thank you, Rinpoche. When we watch movies with scenes of violence and war, is this also ill will? Such cases, a lot of emotions arise. almost all modern cinema is like that.
I don't understand your question. Can you say read again?
Asked, when we watch movies, scenes of violence and war, is
Yes.
this also ill will,
Ill will.
wishing harm?
Ill will?
Ill will, wishing harm on others.
Okay. Ill will. It means it is in the future ill will.
Take pleasure in seeing suffering, even if it's maybe just cinema and not realities, like war movie.
Ill will alcohol hard. Ill will alcohol her. Okay. Yeah, it's make negative tendencies. Negative tendencies make problems. It's making problem or not. Yesterday you have something strange experience. Maybe you was punished. Maybe you look horrible films. And then it's during night, these tendencies come back. You dream that you are suffering. Same like this. In the cinemas, in the TVs, and there is such wars and doing criminal things. If you have such emotional, it's make tendencies, habitual forming implanting you, and like that, yes, you have some injured too. Then I will call Ilawela alcohol. Yes? No fini. Now you have? Okay.
Thank you. Question from Matthew Richard. Dear Rinpoche, thanks for your teaching. I have difficulties to understand one aspect that seems contradictory. It is said that it is said on the one hand that all compounded phenomena have no self-entity. On the other hand, it is also said that the karma is personal and cannot be exchanged. This seems to indicate logically that there is an individuality or something experiencing its own karma. I understand that this individuality is impermanent and therefore has no self-entity. But then how to explain individuality and personality? Secondly, once one person has managed to purify entirely its karma, since there is no self-entity, who or what becomes Buddha? This person not just losing its personality in the pure reality. Thank you in advance.
No, your question soon. Who said is the something is permanent? Self karma is it's a permanent and unchangeable? I never heard that. And selflessness, you say selflessness, no existence, and selflessness of phenomena. If there's no, there is everything selflessness, who is become the Buddha means selflessness itself is become Buddha. Selflessness Buddha. Selflessness enlightenment. And you think maybe some self is become the enlightened. Why not? Selflessness also become Buddha. Same. And there is everything is in the, whatever exists in the samsara and nirvanas, there's nothing fixations. Even that your individual karma or individual reality or everything, non-changeable things, not existence. Maybe you can to say, and selflessness is you cannot to change. No? Then there's a selflessness. Selflessness is go beyond change or non-change. That is the selflessness. The selflessness is manifested, and that is the enlightenment. Your question is so longer, I don't understand. Sorry. Yes? Finished. Huh? Okay. I don't understand. You say, you know. Yes, I have like this.
Emi Nakamoto has one question. How can we know that we have mastered the generation and perfection phases if there are any proof of this achievement? Could you explain about it?
Yes, when you during the meditate on the creation stage, all the pictures is clearly to coming into your mind. You know, there is the example, and you already married. When you are beginning, you fall in love your boyfriend or someone your lover, and these pictures you don't need to meditate, automatically coming into your mind. That is the mastery generation of your lovers. Like this, now you are meditating on the generation stage, any deities, and then you can to look, it's like clearly picture is coming into your mind. That is almost a mastery you can call.
Thank you. Brahma. Munzan se Kutse Yaltsen Temparamo.
It's a question. They send it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you. They answer. Other?
Yana has one question. Rinpochela, if I harm one other, it is sure my defect. But looks like if others harm me, it's also my defect. In perspect of absence of the three spheres or effects of my wrong actions in the past, you say a bit more about it if it is so. Thank you.
Read again.
Sorry. If I harm one other, it is sure my defect. But it looks like if others harm me, it's also my defect.
Both your defects, both. Because you're on the past defects, putting that, you receive someone's harming to you. And also it's like the harmer itself also harming to you, also defect. You defect because you receive that, because you done something negative things in the past. And okay. Huh? No questions?
Yeah, the question continues. In perspective of the absence of the three spheres or effects of my wrong actions in the past.
Three spheres.
Three spheres.
Three spheres. Okay, yes. and aspect of the three spheres.
Right? In respect of absence of the three spheres or effects of my wrong actions in the past, could you say a bit more about it if it is so?
If it is so. That means it's no past, no present, no future. Absolutely nihilistic way. Wonderful, okay. Three sphere means it's no object, no subject, no connected. That is the three sphere. And in this perspective, what do you mean in the past? You think this perspective is there's no past, no futures? What do you mean that? I don't know. What is your questions? Three sphere means it's the no object, no subject, and no connectors. This three sphere. And this perspective, what he said. That means it's like no object, no subject. Then how is the defect is coming? That means the question, yes? Maybe looks like yes. I think this is different questions. It's okay later. And do you have other? Okay. Okay, we can to continue. To consider the text of the such doctrine, and to follow them, or even without doing so, to think that the Buddha's word and also your teacher's instructions or the text of the learned commentaries are in error and doubt and criticize them. This sort of everything is the wrong views. Maybe you can just like think about, Buddha's word is error, not existent, and like kind of mystic, not truth. Maybe teacher's instruction also it is like error, wrong, that's text. Also whatever in the text is learned saying something, it's like also same as the commentaries. Everything is your perspective is error and like kind of the doubt, criticize to them. This in the degeneration times, there are lot of nihilistic followers. And sometimes it's ancient times you call the penguins. Pagans. Pagans is like penguins. They don't understand they need to study on the Sunnah monkeys. I mean, it's like this sort of. But if you really realities, you really to analyze, to be honest, be really direct, then I think this is like the causalities. It is something, nothing there is nihilistic things, existence. Maybe you studied a little bit emptiness, like there's question, or spheres. Sphere means no object, no subject, no connections, no past, no futures. Then how is a result? And this is like kind of the viewpoint of the natural, natures, like the ultimate perspective. You can to say like this. But this nature of the emptiness perspective, there is the qualities of the luminosity aspect. Everything is like a kind of unmistakably, everything is arise, everything is occurring. And in this perspective, how you can to say is no existence of the karma causalities. How you can to say the Buddha's word is maybe errors. Maybe Buddha's teachings you can to say is error or something, but you need to check more. If you say it's like this is not a truth, then how we believe to you, and how you can to say you have something proof. And we have ourselves is, Buddha's word is, maybe Buddha, he said it's like this, but difficult to believe. Everything is like kind of nihilistic ways. Then you need to check more. What is the Buddha says? Is it truth or not truth? Without just randomly, kind of the coincidentally, maybe it's like spontaneous, you just say Buddha's word is error, maybe it's not correct. Also teachers' instructions, same like this, takes, learn the commentary. Everything you say criticize, there is an error, maybe also it's not correct. Just like kind of this one doing criticize, maybe it's like a very much wrong view, very much negative. Included that is the means by the wrong views. Wrong views all the time is kind of doing, it's a, how do you say, negative. When you have wrong view, then automatically body, speech, mind is doing negative things. And therefore, wrong view is the very, very important. And also the wrong view. Wrong view is once you like have wrong view, and you all your virtual things is destroyed, and also increase the negative things, and destroy in this life and next lives. Wrong views. Because wrong view means you are like completely confused. And wrong view means it's correct things incorrect, incorrect things correct. Therefore, wrong view is very important. We need to check again. The worst of the 10 negative actions are the taking life and wrong views. In the monk of the 10 negative actions, it is really such strong negative action is taking other sentient beings' life. And very heavy of the like negativities. And that is the wrong views. If you have wrong view, it's like really, it's such a kind of negativity heavy. Therefore it says, there is no worse action than taking others' life. Of the 10 negative actions, wrong view is the heaviest. Heaviest is a very much negativities. Its wrong views can bring to the negative all actions. Wrong views can to produce to all the 10 negative actions. Wrong view is the most heavy, strong, more worst negative activities. Of course, these two negative activities, the most worst in the 10 negative actions. And like this. Then is the more explained if why it is the to taking a life is the most worst negative actions in the 10 negative actions. Except for those in the hells. There is no being who does not shrink from death or who does not value his or her life over anything else. It is a truth. In the hell, last time we are investigate, when we are like checking about the defects of samsara, maybe hell beings, they want to die quickly, probably, because there are so much sufferings. Except like this, otherwise, any kind of realms, any kind of like sentient beings, once they got their body, they don't want to die. And their death is like a kind of not really pleasant. It doesn't matter insect or the animals or any kind of creatures, the living beings. Their life is the over anything else. Most important is their own life. And then you lack that the making the separation of the body and consciousness. That is the really worst, very doing awful things. And therefore, to taking a life is the worst negative action in the among of the 10 negative actions. So, to destroy a life is a particularly negative action, and also heavy and very strong, like a kind of you like taking a life through like motivated by your the desire or aversion or stupidities, and like a completed four elements, then you take a life. This is like making rebirth in the hell realms, absolutely. Therefore, he said it's like more like heavy, strong negative actions. Then is there a sutta of sublime dharma of the clearly collection? It says, is that one will repay any life one take with the 500 of one's own life. That when before we analyze, when we analyze the negative action of the taking a life, it's like all involvement to participated to killing one single sentient beings, and everybody is like the whole entire like kind of received negative karmic effect to taking his. But there's one like kind of the slaughter killer itself is received this kind of repayment. When you kill one sentient being, you need to pay 500 lifetimes. You need to pay. This one is only needed to repay the killer itself. Therefore, I'm saying like in the past, hold maybe this, because one part you cannot to share. For example, if you rejoice it, you point out, you say you killed this, and then this person killed, but and this to like a separation of this life, and you pay man this one life taken with the 500, the one's own life to payment. This is only the slaughter killer itself need to repay it. No other like participations cannot do nothing. And also it's like that for the killing a single being, one way spent on the intermediate kappa in the hell. Killing sentient beings, if you kill one, it's like some sentient beings, it is really like a kind of the worst negative actions. And he said it's like one kalpa. One kalpa is how many years you need to spend in the hells. This is, of course, last time when we analyzed the defects of the samsaras. Most like the sentient beings reborn in the samsara, particularly in the hot hells. They are like kind of principally killers. And also it's like motivated by the anger, hatred, like this. And then there is like many different life lengths. It's like we are already studied and like this. Therefore, it is when you take a life, how much it is the heavy, how much it is the strong negative actions, and the worst. That is like this. And then even worst is to taking some meritorious work you may be involved in, and such as the building a representation of the three jewels as the excuse for the committing harmful actions such as the killing. Here is the specifically Patrul Rinpoche to say, it's like when you kill the normal way, maybe of course there is the negative. Particularly you excuse, for example, maybe you say it's like Now I want to make meritorious, maybe make chop a lot. Maybe we need meat, you execute some animals. And maybe I want to make meritorious work. I want to invite Buddha and the surround or his disciples, or maybe teachers, students, sanghas. I want to make in the meals to them. Or I need to execute some like animals. It's a very, very negative, very strong, involved in this kind of killing thing. And also building the representation of the three jewels. Maybe it's like a kind of the do sometimes. Maybe it's like to collect in order to building things. Maybe it's like someone say, oh, I haven't got money. I offer to you like animals. Maybe, okay, yes, use this animal to sell, maybe butcher, or you receive this money. And this sort of, or maybe when you are making the representative, the three jewel, maybe it's like a Buddha, Dharma, Sangha say. And when we making the representative of the Buddha's speech, like a Buddhist speech mind, drawing the temple statues, like a stupa, and like a text, and that moment you execute some animal or committed, very bad, very negative. And therefore it is like also sometimes you like creating some Buddha's teaching, maybe editing, maybe it's like kind of the punching out or something like this. And also you doing the stupa. And this kind of that time is we have such job and it's necessary meat, and then we want to execute. Or maybe not only that, maybe someone says, oh, we haven't got money. Maybe you can to sell to the animals into the slaughter, or maybe it's like make butcher. This kind of harmful actions, killing, is a very, very worse. It's a wonderful mention that one is. Why? Because sometimes they do like this. And therefore it is like this. And there is a Patamba Songji says, to build a stupa for the three jewels, support for the three jewels, while causing harm and sufferings. It is cast your next life to the wind. And like a kind of idioms, you say it's like cast your next life to the like wind means, for example, if you some important, maybe gold or maybe some ash or maybe like these things, and maybe it's like a kind of money. If you put in the space and air's taking away, then you cannot collect, maybe disappeared. Like this, maybe when you are like making the sport of the three jewels, Buddha's representative, Dharma's representative, Sangha's representative, then you like a kind of the making harmful things or the suffering things. It is not very good. In the future, it is very much, it's such a kind of the negativities. Okay, maybe we can stop there. And today is like the Dharma sisters, Uris, and the how do you say, funeral, and they are like kind of to cremating and her body. And this morning her husband called me, and like maybe they start 11 o'clock or like something. But maybe now they finish it or don't. Maybe we can to recite Sondo Parimolam. Okay, everybody has Sondo Parimolam? Chum de Tejin Chipada Chambayon Topper Zopo Sonjin Gumbo, Poda Nepala Hansalon, Chodo Jasum Cho, on Amadevara, Amadevara, on Amadevara, on Amadevara, 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 Amadevara. Amadevara, 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 Amadevara. Om Devara, 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 Amani pe mahora, Amani pe mahora, Aman pe mahora, Omana pe mahora, Amana pe mahora, Amana pe mahora, Omana pe mahora, Amana 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 pe mahora. Amana be mahora, Amana be mahora, Amana be mahora, Amana be mahora, Amana be mahora. Omana be mahora, Oman benzangar be masodo, Oman benzangar be masodo, Oman benzangar be masodo, Oman benzangar be Oman benzangar be masodo, Oman benzangar be masodo, Oman benzangar be masodo. Oman benzangar be masodo, Oma ho bodha zata ma saka anjana data a. Om rala rala hon jo hon. Om ahon bodha tsata ma sakhan jana data ah. Om rala rala hon jo hon. Om ahon bodha tsata ma sakhan jana data ah. Om rala rala hon jo hon. Ame ahon bodha tsata ma sakhan jana data Om rala rala hon jo hon. Ame ahon bodha tsata ma sakhan jana data Om rala rala hon jo hon. Ame ahon bodha tsata ma sakhan jana data Om rala rala jo Ame ahon bodha tsata ma sakhan jana data Om rala rala jo Namori nataya amakam kanu ro tsanu tro Asana tata hana sarva karma paraparana me sarva sato nensaye soha om benza sato samaya mani palaya benza sato Sudu me baba sabukayo me baba anarato me baba sarva sadama me dayata sarva karma sasame satame yarayama karo ho ha ho bhagavan sarva tathankarta menzarmam Mahasamaya sato aam benza sato samaya mani palaya benza sato tena pati tata me bava sato kayo me bava sato kayo me bava narato me sarva sato me jaya ca sarva karma sato me sato sharaya makaro ho ho bak Sarvata Venkarta Benzar Mama Masa Benza Bama Samaya Sato Aom Benza Sato Samaya Manipalaya Benza Sato Dena Pati Tandadome Kayo me Bava Sabukayo me Bava Nurato me Bava Sarva Sadama Metaya Sarva Karma Satsame Satame Sharaya Makoro ha Benzer meme moza benzo ba ma samaya sato a ma benzan goro pim sudo rong da lo der ni me ba sar dong go me de ton long ku tsal que hiền kham je ko pa cha son do par je ro she bar Zamlin saya teva dorje den tusan jarbe junko korbani teya na sho ngaya lonkele sondo parje robo shevar shom Nanda tsate sanza po tsaba di chen jong bu to de ji ki pa le me kan du zong ko ko tse mo zun kan san ten nyo pa te zong do ho par je re bo xie ba re xiong te ye tse mo yar me kong xia xie lo xiong a ben zhe ya na xiu pe ra xiong xiong wan zhen Yana pa me song ta wang yin do song do par je re wo xie wer xiu no chen qian luan ber jia rin che do na pa ge zhe wa zhe xi le wen da ya guo jian ta ber che qun gu dong dong da dang da zu pe song do par je re wo xie wer xiu de zi che ne xin men jiang zhong san te pe zhu zhong song rin zang xia su zha ma zhe te san qi je zha dong da len je song do par je re wo xie wer xiu yar me qian be te wa la ren qian shi jie pe ma nye de de xie gan de rong yang pe ma jiang rin de jia zi long na yu song do par je re wo xie wer xiu a teng nian ye xi zi le dong nian ni jie xia re yang che li xiu che gong dong qi per po ye de zhi wa xie wa chao jia ban min jie song do par je re wo xie wer xiu jie zhan na jia bu rin zang na wo shi re du ji rong wen jiang shi lin song na o ban zhe na jie zhen niao dong zhong lin qu zhe wo song do par je re wo xie wer xiu ban cang jian bo nian a dong te dan zhe pe qian qiu na te pa ren gong ko lo la xiu jin yue mi gong be san jie te yun zang song do par je re wo xie wer xiu song jie chen qian ban qian gan ba wen zhe ge la dong la min kin ye le ga min che ta wo yo song do wen qiu zhen do pa xie song do par je re wo xie wer xiu e xin gi guo min no man ji de ong xu la cang bu jian ku san min ku ji ko na to pa xia da dan tar wa xie song do par je re wo xie wer xiu xin ge xin kan nya ga ba yan no ye xi nin bo gang de zong non ta ri pen ko la da xu de na ten ko gong ba nya ban chang lin jian song do par je re wo xie wer xiu go ye gan nian jia ru qian bo yim ya na sa wa la sa de je ga po nya ngong ni ma te tam sen de tam jian jian ci par ta jian a dong song do par je re wo xie wer xiu da xin ge ko pa sar ta ba ne xiu ru yer je song do par la ya chen nong ge ri pi man den tu rong le ma je xin ge ko pa no no song do pa re ngam ba xiu che per xie zu san mi ten zhi je za san ko ngin da pa zhu ni chong ni wu song do pa ri po rong che ye ye xie ro ru zar zo ni rong ri pen jiong jie dong jia ra xiu yo tong ga ma le lang a ba ra ga ni zong gan de wo je pa de le dor je te pe san cho ni che per wo sa zong hua qian bo ya ma ma ya ye xie la me sa xian me lu bu ngong de zo ni zhang Yin pe ma wo te chorwa sho karte gomba sarche ma zo na sunde ma la chopu pemba ye nam yin che ba chen ta shon ba pe me po nya kan dru kan ke me ngo se la pa ka sa ni zon te Orgyen zadong na na ta ta do chong pe ma vu te che par Nam bar ta pa den bar ta kun chu za sma jian so tu ye ye da ke man ba ye yan zhe jie ni zhu wan zhen ba de pen xie bar xiu again 我马红本在个奔马色的荣耀难的罗这儿女们不撒当高没的当啷个这个健康么结果不加送到八戒了我些巴儿藏人啥也对吧多几单都什么家里全靠过本 thế ơi này cho ngài vợ lòng cơ lên sông đô par giờ rồi vô khi vào cơ phá lan trở trở tế san dân bộ trả va đi trên trong bữa thô đợt kế phá lệ men khăn rư trong khổ cổ chế mô su khăn sam tên nhô phát sông đô par giờ rồi vô khi vào chỗ giờ thế chế mô yar mê Yar che lo sho wang a ben zhe ya na sho pe ro xiong xiong zha. Xiong nong pan me song tar wang yun do song do par je ro wo xie wa ra. Xiong dong chen che lang bar jia rin che ren do na pa ge cha ba cha xi. Cha ban da ya go jian da ba bu chen chun ku du dong da dong do zo. Song do par je ro wo xie wa xiu pa sang jiang bi xian dong de zi. Ne xin man jiang zhe sang te pe chu zhong song ren zang xia su zha ma. Tek san qu je zha dong da le yi song do par je ro wo xie wa po rong yar me chen bu de wa la ran chen ser je pe ma nye de. Để chế cần đưa rong yong bê ma cho cơ sama rin đưa gia zir long na song do par je ro bo che bar cho kong ge sap sara de chen ye chi tong nye ni je char bo yang che le cho che kang dong che par po ye zir ba che wa cho ja par min je song do par je ro bo che bar 一着禅那家不人藏那我萨拉多杰罗我将色，愿着禅那跑步奔着那么写着娘多着林去这，送到一半节着不写不儿熊，他可儿半场肩膀你啊。 这不得等这不轻巧那头发人跟靠了拉雪。 月没公布自己的云人上着八九着不些玩，出去上街挣钱帮唱歌，把我这个拉动拉门，多儿那个人民吃大不有人小农上问求挣多不儿，上到八九着不些玩，小弟弟穷个心个。 小南北满街灯修蓝，长白整个上面过节。那到八下这灯塔瓦些，送到八节这不些巴儿。一天去个新康两个儿哇，一闹也些人不干的。 八九二些巴儿小得得，钱不要，相当上吧拉山的这个婆娘我你没得当时，当今将车八大将啊东上到八九二些巴儿，得大心给个把萨达巴尼学儿要就上到八二。 有见那个人皮忙的土，让人没见心给过分。 Rono sondo pare ngomba sho che par she zo samu tender. Zasan ko ngen da pa tur ni chon ni sondo pare poro. Lan she ye she ro ba za zo ni rong ri pen chong je dong jar ba sho. To yon thong ka ma le long ba ra ga ni zong kan de wo je. Tele dorje te pe san choni che per wo ser zo hua chen boy. Tama ma ya ye chi la ma sar xian me lu tu ngong de zo ni chu. Yang ye pe ma wo te zhor wa xiu kar te gong be za chen mar zon. Zon de ma lang zhao pun pen ba ye nam yin che ba zhen te xiong bu zi. Bē mē pō nyāng kān zhū kān kān mā ngā sā lā pā kā sā nī zhōng. Kā chēn zā dōng gā nā nā tā tā dā chōng bē mā wō tō chō rā shū. Bā tā pō dēn bā tōng kōng chō tsa sā jiāng tsō tū jē. Dā kā mōng bā yō yāng zhō jō nī zhō wā zhēm. Te pēn xie bā shō ma hōng bēn zāng gā rō bē mā sā dā hō. Rōng yāng āng dā lō zhēr nī mī bā sār dāng gā mē dēr tāng lōng kū sā. Rū kū xīn kāng mā jē kō pā chā sōng dō pār jē rō gō xie bā rā shō. Zong lin sa ya te wa dor ji den tu sama jar we chun ko ko bun. Te ya na sho nga ya long ke lin song do par je ro bo xie bar shu. Ke sab sara de chen ye chi za tong nian ni je xiar we yang che. Yo cha gang dong che par po ya de zhi. Ondo parje rwa shiva sho lo sho ma bandre ya na sho bera sho sho no pa me son da on ye no son do parje rwa shiva yo ve de na ba da ta Ondo barje robo shivar shu ya jambi shindong de zi ne sin men jiong zhe song to pe zhe zhong song rin zan xia so zhama san ju je da dong da le ju re song do barje robo shivar Con đưa rong yong bê ma jo cơ san rin duyên gia dê lo no. Lo ba jê rô bô shì va shô. Ye shì tsa. Onye ni jê shà rê yun tà. Con dong chê par bô yê tê trì va shì va thà jê bà mê. Lo ba jê rô bô shì va. Na jê bô rin chê na vô sa. Yun jê trà na pa bô pen trà na. Ai shô rê jê ma nê jê jê lo la hê. Mê gong bê sê jê tê yê. Lo ba jê rô shì. Lê đê mê jê jê trà chàng. Đô jê la gà rê min trê ta bê yê shì. Iko nando pasha dadon tarva shesa. Inkanyanga vajana yeje nimboka. Shiva Shogu Yek Na Song La Song Di Ji Gong Mute Tansu Oye Jansu Barda Janga Du Sondo Barje Jibo Shiva Jingi Koba Sata Mi Shuru Yoje La Yejen Bibi Mande Tulu Jingi Koba No Rono Sondo Shiva Shizo Samu Dendri Kangan Komi Daba Truni Joni We Sondo Pari Koron Ye Ye Rolo Zazoni Rori Penjon Jedon Jarwai Toyo Toga Male Lange Raga Nizon Kando Vache Dele Dorje Tepa Sancho Nyen Chiba Wasa Zoba Chen Tamaya Shilame Sare Shame Luto Ngando Zone Bima Vuto Dura Shu Kate Gombe Tsarshe Mazo Sunde Molo Drobu Pemba Amani Chiva Tsenta Shu Bima Panya Kandru Kankan Mazo Lava Gosone Gachen Zadong Guna Nata Dojo Bima Vuto Shiva Chuyin Nambara Tapa Demba Tong Kunju Zasa Jansu Tuji Doga Mamba Yajan Durje Nindruwa Demba Tepan Shiba Shu Shonchu Senchu Rinpoche Epana Shejurji Shiba Nyamba Miba Tong Konu Arai shoin jambar pavi chita chenpa tong kanda zombo te yan te da kanje jisa dalo ji gewa dada tamche rada ngo tu san ye bi jarwa tamche je ngwa kong chukda nga pa te da ge gewe zaba anda ka chong zombo shosh Rabdo Ngova Jun Din Sen Tu San Sopa Geza Kan Chanri Sopa Mepe Yeshi Kursan Yonda Chenbu Jitani Tasi Zopa Chenbu Londa Ai Kongri Jarvi Korbesh Pendon Deva Malin Jongwani Jaren Sion Tenzan Jan Happy Santi par the danger. Padyan lami kuse timba don kanya yung la de shen jongwa. Yen ma le tsusa drayong ni nya le sung. Gopa shok. Kanda yung da lama don dharmi chu je pa la long shu. Sa don long je yang ten ra zo de. Durjen chongo kompon yer to sho. Mani pa la yan benza satu te no ba de. Me baba sabu kaya me baba. Karma satsa me sata kere ya karo ho ha. Datang karta me. Ah, bon appétit là.